Miriam and Aaron criticized Moses because of the Cushite woman he married, for he had married a Cushite woman. They said, "Does the Lord speak only through Moses? Does he not also speak through us?" And the Lord heard it. Moses was a very humble man, more so than any man on the face of the earth. Suddenly, the Lord said to Moses, Aaron, and Miriam, "You three come out of the tent of meeting." So the three of them went out. Then the Lord descended in a pillar of cloud, stood at the entrance to the tent, and summoned Aaron and Miriam when the two of them came forward. He said, "Listen to what I say. If there is a prophet among you from the Lord, I make myself known to him in a vision. I speak with him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my household. I speak with him directly, openly, and not in riddles. He sees the form of the Lord." So why were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? The Lord's anger burned against them, and he left. As the clouds moved away from the tent, Miriam's skin suddenly became diseased and white as snow. When Aaron turned towards her, he saw that she was diseased. And he said to Moses, "My Lord, please don't hold against us this sin we have so foolishly committed. Please don't let her be like a dead baby, whose flesh has half eaten away when he comes out of his mother's womb." Then Moses cried out to the Lord, "God, please heal her." The Lord answered Moses, "If her father had merely spit in her face, wouldn't she remain in disgrace for 7 days? Let her be confined outside the camp for 7 days. After that she may be brought back in." So Miriam was confined outside the camp for 7 days, and the people did not move on until Miriam was brought back in. After that, the people set out from Hazeroth and camped in the wilderness of Paran. In Israel's journey from the Egyptian captivity to the land God promised them, Miriam was an important figure. She was the older sister of Moses, the man whom God chose to lead the people out of Egypt. The Bible also describes her as a prophet in Exodus 15, clearly an influential leader of her time. But despite the many good things she did for the people, she sometimes let her position and status drive her to make much of herself and lose sight of the authority given to others. When Miriam disrespected her little brother Moses by calling into question his place with God, the consequence for her disrespect was severe. Not only did skin disease physically threaten her health, but it also isolated her from the community and placed her outside their protection. Being outside camp was dangerous, not to mention lonely. This demonstrates how important it is to respect any authority granted by God. Disrespecting our parents, slandering our government officials, ignoring the wisdom and guidance of our spiritual leaders, all of these things are equally dangerous for us as they were for Miriam. Ultimately, Miriam's disrespect wasn't scandalous because Moses was such a great guy. It was scandalous because she looked at God and told him no. Her action said, "I don't really trust the choice you made, and I'm sure I could do better. Let me handle this." If we reject the authority God has granted others, that's a wholesale rejection of God. We have to guard against attitudes that tell us we know better than God. Don't let the mistakes of authority figures around you or what you perceive to be your relative competency blind you to the will of God. Remind yourself that you can trust in His plan and the work He's doing. When you live in that trust, you'll stay within the safety of the structure and community God has built.